Welcome to the channel Learning with Angel. Here we are again on a new lesson. Today we are going to talk about prepositions. Great! Prepositions of time and prepositions of place. This is going to be really easy for you to understand. So, as always, please get a notebook and a pen or pencil to take notes. Let's start. We have prepositions of time to begin with. Prepositions of time. I have written here some things for you so you can take notes. For example, which questions you are going to be answering with this. When was the concert? Question. When is the party? And when will you come? When will you visit me? So, past, present, and future. Prepositions do not describe past or just present, etc. They can be used in the past, in the present, and in the future. So how do we use prepositions? Sometimes we confuse in with on, and we don't know when to use at, and etc. etc. Now it's time to give examples, or let's find out when we should use the prepositions. Let's see. We are going to see the prepositions of time to begin with. Okay, now we have here this diagram, and we have here the preposition in the big part, because this is general. In the second part is on, because that is somehow more specific, and we have at, and at refers to something really specific. When we talk about in, this is big, something general. For example, periods of time. Preposition in describes periods of time. For example, years. I was born in 1986. That's good, isn't it? That's good information. I was born in 1986. But the other person is not satisfied with the answer, because probably the person wants to know the month and the exact date. So in that case, we use in for years, and you can say the month specifically. For example, my graduation from school was in 2004. So it's okay. People normally think that the graduations are at the end of the year. So, month. Let's be more specific. My graduation from school was in 2003 in November. Period. In November, when we express November, it's still general, because November has 30 days, and my friend, it is not that specific. So we use in when we talk about years, months, or even periods of time. You know that in the year we have 4 seasons: spring, autumn, fall, summer. So you can say in the summer, in the spring, etc. etc. Now let's continue with on. When we use on, we are going into something a bit more specific, because we can say the day and the date. For example, there is a game on Tuesday. There is a game on Tuesday. So it's okay, isn't it? Great. The game is on Tuesday. We know that, but we need more reference. So in that case, the dates and the days and the dates, months and date. For example, we can use on with month, but we just said that we use in with months. Yes, but pay attention. Months we use with the date. It is a plus. There is a plus here. Plus and plus. So what you have to combine is month, for example May, and the date, 7th. My birthday is on May 7th. If I just want to say that is May, I have to say in May. That's it. My birthday is in May. But if I want to specify a bit more, I say my birthday is on May 7th. When is your birthday? When is your birthday? So just say my birthday is, mention the month and the date. That's it. It also refers to the day plus the period. For example, I am going to visit, I will come to your house on Monday in the morning. On Monday morning. It's possible to say on Monday morning, pretty much similar to this. In, on. What about at? At as for time. When we use at, we are talking about specific moments. Specific moments. For example, I say, let's play soccer on the weekend, on Saturday in the afternoon at 3. Well, this is AM, but Saturday at 2 p.m. Is that fine? Let's repeat it. Let's play soccer on the weekend, on Saturday in the afternoon at 2. If you want, copy. Repeat the video and copy on your notebook and check how these 3 are in action. Midnight and noon are also specific. For example, when do you celebrate New Year? What time do you receive the New Year? At midnight. What do people do at midnight? They receive the New Year. And at noon, what time does your class finish? Just imagine that it finishes at 12 o'clock. And you say, at noon. Great. This is prepositions of time. Some examples. When is the game? When is the movie? When is the party or when is the concert? It is on the weekend. It is on Friday evening. It is on Saturday at 10 p.m. The concert of Scorpions is on Saturday at 10 p.m. What do you think the example? Yes? So, another example could be, when is All Saints? When is the holiday of All Saints? It is, you can say 2 possibilities. It is in November, or more specific, it is on November 2nd. So we cannot say at because holidays don't have time. Just stop there. It is on November 2nd. But the specific events, conferences, speeches, talks, and concerts and games, they all have time. So in that case, you need to mention the time. What do you think? Isn't it easy? Now, let's continue, please, working with prepositions of place. Prepositions of place. Now it's time to work on prepositions of place. The same as before. In represents in the general. In, very big. Would you please do your hands like this? Big, big. This is so specific. We use the preposition on. And we use at as the point, the very specific point. In, on, at. Again, in, on, at. As I said, general, so specific, very specific. Here we have general, social specific, very specific. Now, this is a little bit different from the time, but it has some similarities. For example, we use in when we talk about continents and large locations. Continents, for example, Asia. Large locations, Europe. Cities, you can talk about cities, Cochabamba, Santa Cruz. Cities, Quito, Antofagasta in Chile, etc., etc. So, to refer to all of them, you use in. Neighborhoods, in 12 de Octubre neighborhood, in Villa de la neighborhood, in Rosas Pampas neighborhood, etc. Countries, in Bolivia, in Japan, in Texas, etc., etc. So here, yes, imagine a person, for example, where is Chavo del Ocho from? He is from Mexico. And we can answer this question. Where do you live is the question for you. But in the case of Chavo, where does he live? He lives in Mexico. Well, actually he lived in Mexico because now he's not living anymore. When we say in Mexico, so we are talking about something very general, so it's not specific. When we talk about on refers to streets, corners, avenues. On Prado Avenue, on 6 de Marzo Avenue, on Houston Avenue, the name of the avenue, the name of the street, C Street, B Street, 3rd Street, etc., etc. So here we can have different names. And at refers to specific buildings or addresses concerning to location. At work, at school, or at Idiomani building, something specific. A person can ask you, yes, what is your daughter? Oh, she's at school. You know that she's at school, something very specific. Now, can I say she's in the school? Yeah, it's also possible. She's in the school because she's inside the infrastructure of the school and she's running somewhere or in the classroom. It's possible. Okay, but you can say also she's at school. And where is your husband? Oh, my husband is at work. Yeah, it's possible. So, in general, big locations. On, more or less, specific, at, very specific. I will give an example answering these questions. Where was the concert? Was, it's possible question in the past. Where is the party in the present? Where will you travel? Future. Where do you work? Where do you live? Or where do you study? In this case, I'm going to write where I study or where I live. Example, here I was starting to write and I want to do the example with you. So you can do the same with me. Wherever you are around the world, you can write the name of the place and then the names of the avenues and the number of your house. Let's start. I live in El Alto City. This El Alto City is in Bolivia. It is a young city with a lot of inhabitants, yes. So, if I just give you this information and you ask me, Angel, where do you live? And I tell you, I live in El Alto. Yes. Are you going to be satisfied with the answer? You are going to look at me like, I'm happy for you, but you need to know something more specific. So we will continue. I live in El Alto on, and I will write the name of the avenue, yes? On 6 de Marzo Avenue. Avenue. On 6 de Marzo Avenue. That is something more specific, isn't it? But even the avenue, you know that avenues are very long. So we need something else. And that's why here I wrote for you other prepositions that will help you. For example, when you say next to, that you can give a reference. Imagine there is a bank next to your house, so you say next to the bank. I live next to the bank. Imagine across from your house there is a hospital, or there is any kind of reference. So you can say I live across from the hospital. Or between maybe your house is in a place where there is a lot of commerce and there is something specific on both sides of your house. So you can say I live between the bank and the pharmacy. Yeah, it's possible. So you can use these three as helpers in order to give clear instructions. Now let's return to our example. I live in El Alto on 6 de Marzo Avenue. I'm going to use one more. On 4th Street. 4th Street. It's okay. So the avenue is very long and there is a 4th Street, you know. In this 4th Street is long. So it continues being so specific. It's not yet very specific. So what do we need? We need to be more precise. And we are going to say, I will give you the number of my house. At 229. If you see the number, obviously you're going to start the 4th Avenue and you're going to see numbers, and this is like 902. So 902, and he lives in 2. So it must be over there, and you're going to be looking for the number of the house, and that will be easier for you to reach the location to get to my house. As I said, this is not all about prepositions, but you can enrich your location and make it even clearer with these other prepositions. Okay, I hope this lesson helped you remind or learn something new, and don't forget, the examples are there. Listen again to the video and copy the examples, so change the information with your city, with your streets and your avenues and the number of your house. Write numbers, streets or avenues about your uncle's or aunt's house. Write about where you study, where you work, where you live. Practice. So follow the sequence: general, specific, and very specific, and you will see that you are going to speak more properly every day. Good luck with your English, and I hope to see you in the next video. Share please with other people that may need it. Okay, goodbye.